Thank y'all so much. I want to start out by just thanking the Saints organization, Ms. Benson, Mickey, Dennis. As I said, I started here in 1981, Bum Phillips' first year, and been here. This is my 42nd year with the team, and have thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have. And I'm so appreciative of this Joe Gemelli Fleur de Lis Award. You look back on the past recipients of the award from this organization and from the community. Dean Kleinschmidt, Jay Romig, our equipment managers, Dan Simmons and Silky Powell, Al Hurt, Joe Gemelli, so many people. And it's such a great honor to be able to be here today and be recognized as the recipient of this award. Thank you so much.
I guess everybody know I'm not the talkative type, and I try to run away from these situations. But first of all, I want to thank the organization, the Bensons, Mickey. I want to thank you guys for giving me a little guy from Opelousas opportunity to come and do some good things. And I just pride myself on being a good person and a good teammate. And at the end of this journey, I just wanted everybody to say he did it the right way. And that's what I prided myself on. And like I said, I thank you guys for giving me that opportunity. It means a lot to me. And to be sitting here today getting this honor, man, is very humbling. It's great. I'm very grateful of it. I would have never thought. I just played the game to go out there and just be that guy for my teammates, step up and do things and, just be there for them. It was something about that team camaraderie that just attracted me to it, and I was addicted to it. When I was a kid, I started playing contact football, maybe 9 years old, and the first game I didn't eat. I started hyperventilating. I couldn't finish the game, and everybody was anticipating, because I showed great speed early on, and everybody was anticipating me to play. And I couldn't play in the game. It just didn't work. I was too. And I remember at the time my stepdad told me, "Look at you. You let your team down," and it stuck with me ever since. So I never wanted to be in that position again. So I always pride myself on being a good teammate and a good person. And it has me here. The ability speaks for itself. It always did. It was other things that made me a great player, and those are the things that that has me here today. And like I said, it was always being a good teammate, stepping up to the plate when the time's called, and being thankful for these opportunities that was given. It wasn't always pretty here, and I've probably been on the borderline as far as making the team or not a few times, but it all worked out. And like I said, I'm grateful for it, and I thank everybody for the support. And once again, I thank you guys for the opportunity.
And I'd like to thank, the Benson family, of course, Mr. Benson, Mrs. Benson, Mickey. I can even go back to thanking even Jim Finks. He was a guy that they called me when I was at home, and the draft that kind of went by. I had a big barbecue. I'm thinking I'm getting drafted in the first round. I'm out of Mississippi College, right? And it didn't work out that way for me. It didn't work out, But it was a day that I'll never forget. My nephew was with me. He said, "Hey, somebody's on the phone for you." Pick up the phone. At the time, it was Jim Miller and Bill Koharic, and they said, "Hey, have you been waiting long?" I said, "Yeah, I've been waiting about 5 rounds or so." So got drafted in the 6th round. And 1991, like I said, I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to an NFL game before. The first game that I played in was my first time attending an NFL game, and it's been a journey, but it's been a great ride. I've loved every minute of it. Got to meet guys just like these guys up here. Kevin's from Mississippi, Devery's from Louisiana. Met DA when he was just a young coach in all of this, and I look at him now, and I'm proud of him. And all the coaches that have given me an opportunity here from Jim Mora to Jim Haslett, and even Sean Payton. Now, Sean used to always joke like, hey, this is Fred McAfee, ladies and gentlemen. He played 16 years in the NFL, 12 years longer than he should have. But I fooled a lot of good coaches that I could play, and like I said, I'm so proud and so humbly honored to be up here with these guys, and thank you all. Well, I came from a small town, Philadelphia, Mississippi. There was another running back that came out of that little town, Marcus Dupree, a cousin of mine, and I didn't see myself as him because he was this big-time guy. He's big-time. I did not fit the mold of a running back. So I really didn't even know the difference between offense and defense when I first started. I was in the marching band, but being from that little town, I felt like it was something I had to uphold of being from that little town and trying to be as good as I could be.
It's like that, but where does this honor rank?
Oh, at the top, it's at the top. I got to play with Devery. I remember him as a young player. We went through Hurricane Katrina together. We went to San Antonio. We roughed it out, but see how far this organization has come. I've seen coming from David Drive to the facility that we have now, and I've seen the excellence that they bring every day, and I want to bring the excellence that Mickey and Miss Benson and everybody else in the organization striving for. So I've seen how far we've come, but we can keep going further and further.
It was a big deal for me. I think, coming from Opelousas, the thing there is that we didn't have too many examples of guys that actually made it to this level. So for me, I think the biggest thing I took from there was seeing where guys, where they came short and try not to make, some of those decisions and some of those same mistakes. And, for me, it was a great experience, not only to be from Opelousas, man, but to just stay in state my whole career and represent the great state of Louisiana. I couldn't be more grateful for that. But as far as coming from that little small city, man, it's like I said, I just wanted to be one of the guys that when my career was over, I could look back and say, people could look back and say he did it the right way. He represented well, and he did what he was supposed to do as a man. I grew here. I was just thinking about when Fred said we was in San Antonio together, how green I was at the time. I was just so young and all over the place, man, trying to get it together and, keeping that same thing in mind. I can't mess this up. I got a lot of people back home that's rooting for me, proud of where, what I became, and I just wanted to keep that going and not let those people down. And hopefully in the future there's more guys that can come from that area or that city and make it to this level, and I could be one to mentor those guys. Or getting hit when I crossed. I just remember Sean had a great deal of confidence in that play, and he kept telling me that we were going to run it just to be ready. And I'm just a guy, man. Look, you call the play, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do and execute. And that was pretty much that's what it was with that. Just doing what I was supposed to do. And like I said, I took a big hit. I don't think I played the next game from that, but so that in the atmosphere of the Superdome that night is what I remember the most.
Well, I didn't understand when people used to say oh well, the Saints weren't winners. Like you said, we won the NFC South at the time, which included the 49ers, which was tough back then. They got Joe Montana on their team, but we went 12-4, 11-5, and 12-4 my first couple of years here, and I thought that we were turning the page on whatever the past was as far as hey, we're not winners, but and then the years after that was a lot of up and downs, with the winning and losing. But I still feel the focus was always on having a winning culture, looking at other organizations, other teams that had done it, had turned the page. I was also with the Steelers for 5 years, but the Steelers hadn't won in 33 years, before that little run they had with Chuck Noll. But and by the time Sean got here, and even when Haslett got here, things started to happen. We won our first playoff game, and then you keep going, and then Sean comes, and it was a lot of turmoil because of Katrina. But his goal always was to have a winning culture, winning organization. He was speaking things into existence, so to say. I can remember he's like, "Oh God, we're gonna have a Ring of Honor. We're gonna have guys that that go into the NFL Hall of Fame. But he spoke it into existence. So you start to believe, some of the stuff you're hearing, and that's kind of what changed, I think. Well, hey, listen, my message was, hey, anything, just to this day, I tell my kids, I have 2 kids, Jayla and Frederick. I always tell them, if you believe it, you can achieve it. I was in a marching band. And I didn't expect to be here. I was in a marching band. I was a pole vaulter. I was a nerd, kind of, But I never thought about the NFL. I never thought I could be in the NFL. I thought that maybe I could be, maybe work in the equipment room or something else, but not actually play. I got in a game one time, my senior year in high school, and I made this coach promise. I made some promises. Hey, coach, I'm gonna rush for 10 yards of carry or something like that. And I really didn't know any plays, But the perseverance was, hey, I went to a small school, Mississippi College, and you don't expect to get drafted or anything like that. I just want to get a degree. That's what it was about. I just wanted a degree. And next thing you know, I started, putting together these little run of good games, and man, I didn't see 16 years. I didn't see that at all. Sean was right. I didn't see the 16 coming, but I hoped for 2, but.
If not, give him a round of applause.